Всем привет, друзья, это начало прохождения Mass Effect 2. Надеюсь, это наше последнее сохранение. Потому что так будет плохо. Но это должно быть последнее сохранение. 36 уровень. Так, ну это я уже смотрел, это я включал. Имя, ранг, специализация. Я бы сменил на самом деле специализацию, ну ладно. Рекс выжил. Совет был спасен. Блин, ну я бы сменил, конечно, специализацию. Если бы можно было. Ну ладно.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
После опустошительной атаки гетов на Цитадель прошел месяц, а галактическое сообщество стремительно восстанавливается. Альянс пожертвовал своим флотом ради спасения Совета и получил место в этой престижной организации. Совет вынужден был отреагировать на подтверждение того, что поджинатели — гигантские машины, уничтожившие все органические цивилизации раз в 5000 лет. Дальше я не знаю. Старая добрая нормальная.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
А чё это такое?
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Пресли умер. Больше он вахнул не примет. Не примет. А мы где? Это мы? Блин, нормально у него. А вот он. Да.
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Commander,
Get the hell out of here.
Но здесь он такой жесткий. Почему у меня, кстати, написано то, что 60 FPS, хотя тут 30? Блин, ну это жесткое какое-то начало, реально. Реально такое жестенькое начало. Блин, графончик они подтянули, конечно, да. Даже сейчас, в принципе, оно выглядит достойно. Да, это игра вообще какого года. Нам бы побыстрее до него дойти, конечно.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us if we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh no. They're coming around for another attack.
Блин, что за корабль вообще? В первой части никто не мог нормально даже попасть. Минус Шепард. Хорошим началом. Толку на корабль просто разорвало. Никто в первой части не мог. Никто по ней вообще попасть. А Шепарда даже Саран не убил в облике этого пожинателя, или как он там вот этот... Точнее, наоборот, этот пожинатель в облике Сарана. А тут просто какой-то залетный корабль. Разорвал Нормандию просто на части, на мелкие кусочки. Интерактивный комикс предыстории. Генезис.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the
Это
paths you
дополнение,
choose,
точно.
that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol.
В смысле, это рассказывает первый сезон, ой, сезон, господи. часть?
Ready to take on whatever came her way.
Это же первая
Ashley joined
часть.
up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. Nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of
Но, блин, на минут 10, если... Да на минут 20, наверное, если рассказывать всю первую часть.
That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space.
Блин, оно так реально прикольно
Machines allegedly
сделано.
responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant.
А я сначала нашел Бенезию, потом уже
as beautiful as
к
she
ней
is
пришел к
intelligent,
Ляре.
and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novarian, where he'd
Что-то
enslaved
все не так было, у
dangerous
меня
race
было
of
наоборот.
insect-like creatures, the
Что
Ragnar.
комикс не подстраивается,
He
под
ordered
типа мои
Benezia to
действия.
use the same technique Liara had
Было
used
бы
on
прикольно,
me
если
to
бы он
extract
подстраивался.
information from the Ragnar Queen. The
Ну и
Queen's
тогда
drones
так
were
запариться
everywhere,
надо было бы.
and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information, I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Venezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down.
Я его переубедил.
Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash.
Ну, вообще-то, Эш была
That
на
was the
бомбе.
last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. I'd never tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Caden behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a soft spot in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren?
Но никто
We
не умер
arrived on
там больше.
Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily
Ну, это
damaged.
уже конец.
He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell.
А это всего лишь один корабль.
Were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend. And someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Андерсон, в смысле?
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Но нас тут раздолбали, к сожалению. Мы играть сегодня будем, или мы просто комиксы решили, блядь, зайти посмотреть? Чисто трейлер. Я думал, что музыка так резко прекратилась. Загрузка идет. Нам, оказывается, сейчас дадут поиграть даже. Да пусть такой же будет. Опа, нам можно будет выбрать сейчас. Я не хочу быть адептом. Давайте будем. солдатом. Просто обычным солдатом. Да и мне не надо. В третьей части, если что, изменим. Ну, типа надо в каждой... В третьей части, например, если можно будет изменить, то я...
Reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Да, прикинь, мы сейчас будем играть, прикинь.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around,
Пробел.
Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
Ой-ой-ой, знаете, что сейчас сделаю? Не то нажал. Стволовода. Это невозможно сейчас было целить. Да и сейчас, в принципе, не трудно. А как перезарядить? Пробел спрятаться. А что мне дают? Все за дополнение? А, у меня нет патрон, что это? Патроны появились. Я только заметил. Думаю, что-то тут не... Это граната. А, это патроны, да? Думаю, что-то тут не то. Очень много всего, очень много всплывает. Это совершенно не похоже на первый Mass Effect. Не, ну это, конечно, похоже. Так, типа, понятное дело, вторая часть, но... Они ее просто ощутительно это сделали, понятно. Надеюсь, это будет прикольно. Ну, мне нравится, по крайней мере. Что-то перезарядочку. Что они перезарядку добавили, то же самое. Не надо лечиться? Пенициллин нужно? Ну, Сунса вы сами видели. Я ее чуть-чуть повернул, эту мышку. Я ее чуть-чуть поворачиваю. 360 делаю. Что я переборщил. Вот это я вот сейчас разверну ее вот на всю длину коврика. Все. Вот так вот. То есть вы понимаете, да? Кто это такие, почему они нам помогают? А, вот. Надо привыкать сам. Плохо. Достаточно неплохо. Ну вот то, что привыкать сейчас к управлению, это, конечно, не особо. А это что такое? А что тут делать? Подсветите отдельные узлы, когда найдете. Когда вы найдете. Что-то это. Что-то это странно, конечно, как-то. Блин, где-то там был. Ну ладно, давайте еще раз попробуем. Блин, ну то, конечно, намного проще было. Конечно, намного было все проще. Да они меня знают все. Почему я их не знаю, они меня знают.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Ever since I woke up, someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
That's it. I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Ну так-то патронов у меня много. Могу и без тебя справиться, дружище. Ладно, давай посмотрим, что ты можешь.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Ладно, пойдем.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Кто это?
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Пойдем, но меня сенса моя, конечно, не устраивает. Можно ее вообще сделать так, чтобы ее вообще не было? Нет, нельзя. Вот нельзя и все. Сенса. Кредиты 20 тысяч. Че это такое? Что это вообще, в общем-то? Капец, как сложно. Это новая игра, все это совершенно новое. Давай вот этот возьмем. А, тут очки сразу по 2 тратят, нифига. У меня есть оно вообще? А, да. Капец, я вот когда иногда вот так вот поворачиваюсь, я не понимаю, где я. Я типа привык, то, что я вот так вот, если поверну, то я повернусь буквально вот так вот. Но никак не вот так вот.
We've been spotted.
This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
В общем, неплохая такая начало. У меня этот самый крашнулся. Игра крашнулась. И не записался звук с микро. Кайфарик.
Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts.
Что-то он какой-то
We're here,
мутный
she's not.
типчик.
We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few. You can overload the canisters to clear a path for the shuttles.
Tag! I've got it.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Sarah. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts.
Где этот блок данных? Чё? Да вот он же был. Вот он. А как мне выбрать-то? Вот он. Я не могу. Все, говна какого-то, ладно, не буду. У меня тут было вот это вот. Что это такое? Не знаю, что это, но оно вшотит в голову вообще нормально. И они не взрываются после этого, между прочим. Хотя в голову он вроде и так шотит. Нет. А нет, они взрываются все равно. Дэмэдж вроде больше наносится, да? Не просто так. Давай взломаем сейфик. Что тут у нас, кредиты опять? Да. Ну и чё, где мне ее найти-то, эту Миранду?
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or two, in your case. Come on.
Главное, они 2 года это занимались.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done.
Сейчас
Start with
вспоминать
personal
надо
history.
будет.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Почему они вдруг заинтересованы в том, чтобы воскресить Шепарда? Мне вот что еще интересно. Ну, типа, они же меня воскресили, правильно? Вау. Вау. Имба, вот это имба. Просто имба. Он что-нибудь дает? Так. Максимальной скорости на 10, щитов на 15 и резервного боеприпаса. Боезапаса. А это что? Блин, давайте сначала в этом броне побегаем. Имбалансный, конечно.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Nothing you say is going to convince me to trust you. I need more than words.
I'd be disappointed if I could persuade you that easily. Go and see for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Так, ну это легко, как бы тут понятно уже. Так это чё? Я же прокачивал. А, у меня же тогда слетело, я тогда уже вылетел. Я же тогда вылетел.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Блин, это прикольно, кстати, сделано, типа. Капитану вместе с оперативниками Тейлором и Лоусон удалось покинуть атакованный комплекс. Подрыв взрывного устройства полностью уничтожил комплекс. Спасательные отряды не смогли найти никаких улик на месте трагедии. По рекомендации Миранды я провожу проверку в других подразделениях, чтобы удостовериться, что Уилсон был единственным кротом. Несмотря на затраты, проект Лазарь можно считать успешным. Шепард снова с нами.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Здесь все более сейчас запутанно стало. первой части нам сразу сказали, ищи Сарена. Ты должен убить Сарена. Здесь не понять, что пока что. Но мне нравится. В общем, ладно, на этом мы на сегодня... Ой, у меня же сейчас оружие будет, все. Я же сейчас смогу наконец-то стрелять с винтовочки. Я же давно так не мог делать, а у меня можно сейчас будет? О, нифига. Так, ты автоматиком, и ты тоже автоматиком. Нету этого. Короче, ладно. Я не мог, типа, снарядить себя. Снарядить себя не мог. В общем, ладно. На этом сегодня закончим. В принципе, вообще прикольно. Достаточно. Мне нравится и то, что графику подтянули, и то, что, в принципе, кинематографичнее больше. Ну, кинематографичность появилась здесь в некоторых сценах. Управление теперь более-менее играбельное, не так то, что было в первой части, это же вообще жопа там была, там типа ты когда бежишь, ты не можешь вообще ничего, ты как вот овощ, ты просто бежишь вперед. Но я здесь не пробовал, по крайней мере, именно так, ну типа поворачиваться там или что-то еще. Я здесь говорю именно про то, что еще то, что я ощущаю, то, что я бегу, потому что в первой части, если ты бежишь, ну, типа, не в бою. В бою-то ты, понятное дело, видишь, что ты бежишь, потому что он реально ускоряется, и там появляется полоска выносливости. Там, когда ты не в бою, ты не видел этого ничего просто. Ничего не видел. А здесь ты видишь то, что он ускоряется прямо, начинает бежать. Это реально круто. Еще то, что костюмчики мне новые вот дали за это, как дополнение идет. Только здесь убрали именно то, что я могу прям в меню выбирать себе броню и оружие. То есть прям, если я мог в первой части это делать, то здесь нет. Ну, в общем, ладно. Игра мне понравилась. Игра реально прикольная, классная. Так что всем спасибо за просмотр. И всем пока.